All right, so what's going on, everyone, and welcome to the channel here. Um, Actually, this evening has been a great evening for myself. I've been able to relax a little bit and take in some of the cool breeze from the outside. Just being able to get outside and get a breath of fresh air, and also getting over a long, I think maybe like a week and a half allergy cold. And I have to say, I think this is the longest I ever gone with a cold. So, but I am feeling a lot better, and I do feel like I can fly at this point. But anyways, enough about me. So what I wanted to do was talk about this topic here, as you see on the screen, over on my podcast channel. But I wasn't ready to showcase the podcast channel just yet, and I wanted to have somebody on with me just to talk about it, and just to get some thoughts and opinions around this. And actually someone sent this to me, and just to read. They didn't ask me to voice my opinions, my thoughts around it. I try my best to stay away from stuff like this, but I was like, you know what, I do have a little bit of time, and I do want to talk about it, and it's very interesting, when you come across a story like this, and there's a lot of people, a lot of opportunists that will jump on something like this, just to get those clicks and those views, et cetera, et cetera. That's just all part of the whole YouTube script. Again, I try my best to stay away from stuff like this, but maybe I need to incorporate, having conversations about, things like this, stories like this. And that's the whole point of me trying to set up the podcast channel, so that we can come in and have those types of discussions around stories like this. However, I just thought maybe, I jump on this as well. I kind of sound a little bit hypocritical, but I wanted to talk about this because I feel some kind of way about it. And I was one of those ones who were following the stories behind the insider. I think that's what he called himself, the real insider. And I was like, this is very, very interesting how, this person was putting out this information. I don't even know if this is true, because I always like to give it that space where I say, okay, if it's true, this is not cool, right? Or I'll always throw out my little slogan, wait, what? What's going on here? And I would just, analyze it and dissect it from there. And then I would give my opinion and my thoughts around it. So with that being said, I have some time here and I want to talk about it. So let me know if everything is working okay. The thing it says I got an echo. All right, so if I got an echo, I definitely don't want to have an echo there. So okay, so let me do this. Okay, so do I have an echo now? Let me know if I have an echo still. So I'll wait for you guys to chime in the chat. Let me know if I still have an echo. Definitely don't want to have an echo on the stream. It takes away from everything. So, but to think you're welcome to the stream, man. Hopefully you can stick around just for a little bit. I know you are a busy guy, and you have a lot on your plate to be taken care of. And but thank you for joining the stream. Let me know if I still have an echo. Let me know. Let me know. All right. So this here is very interesting. So I did read the story behind this. I didn't watch the apology video, but we're going to play the apology video here because I want to hear it from this guy, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys have probably already watched it. You already know about it. This came out today, I guess. But again, it was sent to me. It was not requested for me to speak on it or anything. It was just a piece of news that was sent to me. And I just made a decision for myself to talk about it. So we're going to switch screens here. And so apparently there was a YouTuber, John Allen, and he came out and ousted himself, according to the article, that he was behind some leaks. I think it was around the Assassin's Creed game and also around the Silent Hill leaks. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to bring up the video.
Hey, everyone.
And we'll listen to him tell the story here because I don't want to be, adding to it or taking away from anything. Hey, again, let me know if there's an echo. I need to know if there's an echo so that I can make some more adjustments. But there shouldn't be any echo from this point. All right, so but you can hear me loud and clear. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. If I need to turn up the volume, I need to turn it down. Let me know. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and play this video. And we'll just hear what this guy has to say. And I'll just give my opinion on this. Now, he does title the video, "I'm sorry." Okay? So somewhere, someone may have reached out to him and said, hey, you either stop what you're doing or we're going to take you to the cleaners, right? We're going to file a suit against you. Or I don't know if this guy's if he was under NDA. I don't know too much around this. I did read the article, but again, I am going to listen to what he has to say. So let's check it out.
Yeah, I'm just coming on here to apologize. If you're not familiar, what's happened is I created a alternate Twitter account called The Real Insider, and started leaking things. The one that gained a lot of followers was Assassin's Creed. I leaked the title of the games, the actress, a few other things, and the account started to take off. And I mentioned Silent Hill and Metal Gear Solid Remake, and I can say that there was no NDAs involved there because it's all bullshit. It's all lies, bullshit, secondhand comments. Half the posts were educated guesses. For example, I put a photo up of Kratos just before the state of play. It was an educated guess due to the fact that Christopher Judge had retweeted. He'd retweeted the state of play, so I figured it would be there. It was. It's all bullshit. I'm ashamed of it. It was pathetic, and just dishonest. So, and a lot of you are reaching and saying, "Well, why the fuck did you do it?" And to be honest, it's clout. It's the buzz. It's being addicted to the thrill of thousands waiting on what you're going to say. And it's pretty much pathetic. It's sad. I've taken for granted, my access, I've nearly got 200,000 subscribers, the flexibility of content, all taken for granted for this fucking facade. And I'm ashamed, disgusted. I've got a sinking feeling in my stomach ever since. And I'm not making any excuses, because it is my fault and no one else's but mine. And because of it, I've lost industry friends. I've lost relationships, personal, business-wise, opportunities, all for, that 5 seconds of fame. And, I take full responsibility. Even all the hate that I've received on Twitter, it's all just. But I just had to delete it, because I've never experienced that barrage of hate before. And again, totally justified. But I just had to step away from that, because I'm just, mentally it's not great to see all those things about you being put out there, and I haven't experienced that before. So, but I'm not looking for any sympathy at all. I'm not looking for you to be forgiven. I'm literally just apologizing here today. I want to apologize to the content creators, firstly, because the shit that I did just only makes it harder for content creators now. It's already hard enough, and shit like this just makes it even harder for them to get early access and things like that. And again, it's disgusting. I want to say sorry to the journalists and media who, they work hours and hours. And for me to come in with these silly remarks and ruin it, it's just the integrity of it is just, I'm truly sorry to them. I'm sorry to PR companies, devs, everyone that, has trusted me over the years. I've blown that, and I probably will never get it back. And that's my fault and my fault alone. And I'm sorry to the fans, the fans and the people that actually supported me and watched my videos over the years. And I've really, really let you down. I've failed you. And all I can do from here is try to be a better human, try to learn from this catastrophic mistake, this incomprehensible stupidity that is just lost for words. But I'll take some time off now. I'm gonna just get away from it and just try and learn from this mistake and come back, hopefully, as a positive force and not a negative one. And again, I'm probably not going to come back to Twitter because I'm not welcome, and nor should I be after what I've done. So maybe I will come back, but at the end of the day, I'm just sorry. And I can't reverse time, but what I can do is try to be a better man moving forward and promise you that this will never happen again. And I will learn from these mistakes, and that's going to be it. Thank you, guys.
All right. Okay. Here's what I think about this. Okay. And I'll share with you where I stand. When I had Marines under my charge, I would always tell them, if you ever have to think about something twice or second guess yourself in that moment, don't do it. Just don't do it. Okay? Because there's really nothing good that may come out of what you're trying to concoct or what you're planning on doing. Okay, because there's nothing good that's going to come out of it. It's going to have a negative impact on you, not just yourself, but a negative impact on others. And also, with having that mindset is, you depend on the person to the left and right of you. Okay. And if you have one mess up, it could cost you your life or others' lives. Okay. It doesn't even have to get to that degree. It could just mess up your life, just by you being associated or, in around that person or individuals, right? So you just have to be very, very cautious. And, sometimes we make irresponsible decisions, and people would say, hey, that comes with being human, right? And that's something that I cannot take away from there. But I have my stance when it comes to when we're talking about being human and knowing that we're human. We shouldn't have any excuse around that, right? And let me see if I can explain a little bit better here. So there's a process that you go through, right? If you're not suffering from any underlying condition, okay, you're not taking any medications, there's nothing, no little devil or something speaking in your ear and forcing you to do something, then making the statement, this is just me, making the statement, oh, I'm just human, I'm not perfect, does not cut it. It doesn't cut it for me, because you knew exactly what you was doing from point A to get to point B. You knew exactly what you were doing. Period. Okay, that's just how I look at things, because we already know you're human. One, two, we already know you're not perfect. So why would you use that to justify your position, your mistakes, your mess ups? Right now, I'm speaking in a general sense, in general context here. Okay. I don't know this guy. I'm not subscribed to his channel, but I have been following the information that was coming out from this insider, et cetera, in regard to what has been put out. So, and I found that very interesting, because there are some insiders out there who have affiliation, with people in the industry, and they're able to get this type of information on these games, et cetera, and end up, leaking it or putting it out some way, shape, or form, unless they're under NDA, et cetera. It's just me. I'm not going to hate the guy. There's no point in hating someone for doing something like this. To me, it makes no logical sense. Why would you hate someone? Yes, you can be disappointed. Yes, you can show an array of emotions like, yeah, I'm angry, because if you got to think about it, Metal Gear Solid, right? Silent Hill. Some gamers out there are very passionate about video games, right? They live and bleed video games. They love talking about it, having, want to be a part of anything and everything that involves video games. And that could, stir up some emotions where they get past that threshold, and then they make statements like, I hate this person. I can't stand you. I don't think all that is necessary. That's just my opinion. You know, yes, he admitted to, being the person behind these leaks. And if he's very genuine about his apology, and I hopefully he is, okay, then to me, I'm all about the forgiving piece of it. Dude, I forgive you. And yes, it's going to take time to gain that trust back, especially from your followers and people who trusted you, or if there's people in the industry that trusted you with that information, because good knows who, how that negatively impacted those individuals, right? They could have lost their job and like, oh man, I trusted this guy, passed this information on to him, and this is what happened, right? Yes, it's definitely going to take some time for him to regain their trust, and then he's going to have to respect that space. He's going to have to come to the understanding, and I'm pretty sure he does. He's going to come to the understanding and say, hey, yeah, just like he said, I screwed up big time. I let a lot of people down, and he's going to try to come back, and when he does come back, he's a better human being. Now, I do hear that a lot from not just people in the gaming industry or content creators, or, I hear it from the political side and other areas as well. And it's just, sometimes it's appalling to me because of the simple fact that you had to know, unless you could conjure up an algorithm or something where you weren't going to get caught, because it's like almost a 99% chance you're going to get caught. It may not be right then and there, but somewhere down the line, you're going to get caught, because whatever's in the dark is going to come to light, right? It's going to come to light. And if you happen to get away with it and take it to the grave with you, then you got away with it. But whatever happens after that, then, who knows, right? So, again, he admitted to it. It was for clout. And again, I did read the article here, but I wanted to hear it from him himself. Because it's always, you get the facts from hearing it from the horse's mouth, right? The actual person who committed whatever the atrocity is, the crime, okay? And I mean, what can you do, right? What can you do? Again, I can only speak for myself. Me being the type of person that I am, when I do hear about leaks, I don't get too excited about it, because, unless it's coming from the actual developer themselves, unless it's coming from, Sony themselves, Microsoft themselves, then that's where I plant my feet, right? Yeah, it's good to hear about leaks and stuff like that. Yes, great. But I think some people just take it they're way too up here, and they get too excited about this stuff. But at the same time, you can't blame them, because if it's somebody that's credible, that's passing this information out, then, you can't fault them from getting excited, right? But again, still at the same time, this is my recommendation. Even though the person's credible, I would still try to keep it here as much as possible, so that you don't be disappointed in the end, right? And also people will, and we all know this, right? People will apologize because they got caught, right? Because once you, because there's no way that he come out and put out an apology if he didn't get caught. Because it's like, if you don't get caught, right? Some people keep on doing the crime. They keep on doing it, and it comes so, they get this adrenaline rush around it. Like they're not even thinking. They're not even thinking that about getting caught, right? They're not even thinking about that at the time because they're getting exactly what they want. They're getting the responses. They're getting the views, the clicks, the subs. They're getting all that. And I'm speaking specifically about this YouTube, this video here for people who do that. And it's just interesting that how you cannot think about, okay, I could possibly get caught here and doing what I'm doing. So I need to stop, because you're already feeling guilty, right? Because even if you do stop, you already know you did something wrong. Like, dude, why would you do that, right? And that's a valid question. Why would you do it? If you knew you were wrong in doing it from the beginning, why would you do it, right? Again, he had to get caught. Someone reached out and said, "Hey, you need to stop what you're doing." I don't know if it was somebody in the industry, or the company itself. Ubisoft himself say, "Hey, we caught wind of this. You need to stop, or we're gonna take you to the cleaners. We're gonna sue you." So, in order for you to get into the footprints of walking towards redemption, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. And then we will squash this whole thing. And sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's good, man. Just come out and say your piece and say, "Hey, I jacked up." And it definitely sucks because, you have to live with those repercussions. And now, again, you have to rebuild that trust from everybody. And again, if the apology is genuine, I respect the guy from coming out for making the apology. But if he done it just because he got caught, then it depends on how you feel about it, So if I were to position myself there, then I would say, no, that's not cool, man. You only came out. But I would have to ask him that question, though. I was like, did you come out and apologize because you got caught? Or did you do this on your own? So, but that's where I'm hanging my hat, because I think he got caught. And they said, hey, you either do this or we're going to file a suit against you. Okay. So what do you guys think? Do you think his apology was genuine? Do you, feel a certain way about the guy? Do you know him? And, just give me your thoughts on it. Okay. It says here in the article that he says, I've taken for granted my access, my nearly 200,000 subscribers. 200,000 subscribers. The flexibility of content all taken for granted for this effing facade. And I'm ashamed and disgusted. I've a sinking feeling in my stomach ever since then, and I'm not making excuses. Okay, because it is my fault and no one else's but mine. And because of it, I've lost industry friends, and that's crazy. That's crazy. If you ever have to think twice about something, don't do it, man. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Because in that moment of time, you have to be thinking, if I do this, I am going to screw myself and I'm going to screw others. Okay? All for some clout? You ruin your... You ruin everything that you work for. And I don't know. It's up to it's to each his own at this point, especially his subscribers, right? If they want to continue to be subscribed to his channel, and I don't know, man. I don't know. That's out of my control. I'm just giving my thoughts on this. So let's continue. He says, and because of it, I lost industry friends. I lost relationships, personal, business-wise, opportunities, all for that 5 seconds of fame. And you know, I take full responsibility. And that's just it, guys. You know, it depends on, you know, what you think about it. If you take it at face value, and whatever that face value is, me personally, I respect that. You know, again, it's out of my control how you may feel about this whole situation. And so it continues. So what's next for Alan? The YouTuber concludes by saying he will step away from the limelight for now, before returning to focus on being a positive force. Oh, man. All I could do from here is try to be a better human and try to learn from this catastrophic mistake. Dude, I'm going to stop right here, and thank you for being here, man. And he says he's only sorry because he got caught. So is that what you think? You think he got caught? I think he got caught too. I think he got caught, and it's very rare that you will see somebody come out and just admit something, right? Just come out the blue and just admit and say, hey, I did this, because if no one else knows about it, right, then why would you come out and admit something, right? Unless you just feel guilty and it's on your conscience and it's not who you are as you claim, it's very rare that you have someone to come out and admit something like this if they didn't get caught. Some leaks are done purposely by the actual developer as a marketing strategy. Real leaks are just stupid and offer no benefit unless the leaker has a genuine vendetta against the developers. All right, some leaks are done purposely by the actual developers. Yes. As a marketing strategy. Yes. Real leaks are just stupid. Yeah, I think they are. It takes away, actually, it has a huge impact on the decision making for gamers, right? Because once you put out leaks, that will help the gamer make a decision whether they want to purchase the game or not. Okay? Do I think it's idiocracy? Did I say idiocracy? For someone to make a decision based on some leaks, of not purchasing the game, I think that's, kind of crazy in a way. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna make a decision based off some leaks, you know. But yeah, you definitely that can definitely be a deciding factor for some. So real leaks are just stupid and offer no benefits unless the leaker has a genuine vendetta against the developer. I 100% agree with you on that. He got caught because he accidentally responded to a tweet from his legitimate account to his leaker account, and someone caught it. Oh, okay. Okay. So I don't think that was here, was it? I don't think I read it here. Let me make sure I didn't miss it. Game briefing about leaking details of Ubisoft various Assassin's Creed's announcement details. But his identity as the real insider was exposed over the weekend when Alan replied to, oh, I missed it. So there it is right there. I must have overlooked this. But his identity as the real insider was exposed over the weekend when Allen replied to a tweet from a fan from his. Oh my! Instead, they swiftly deleted the tweet, the insider account, and subsequently issued a brief Twitter statement saying sorry. So okay, so my question is then, how did he get caught? It doesn't specify how he got caught, or maybe I'm still not getting it. I know he replied to a tweet from a fan from his main account instead. And so did that individual he replied to, did he or she reach out to Twitter and say, hey, what's going on here, et cetera, et cetera. So that's interesting. But when you post rumors like that, though, man, about some of the top, okay, let me go back. Let me go back here. He says apologies are diluted after getting caught. True apologies are voluntary, coming out when you could have still gotten away with it. Yes. Kotaku article on this describes how he got caught more thoroughly. All right, so let's go to Kotaku. Kotaku. Did I spell that right? Yep. And let's see if we could find. Let's see if we can find. Hold on. Let's see if it's in here. Just gonna scroll down. I don't know. They may have taken it down. News. Was that it? Yep, here it is. Here it is. So, all right. So let's say it turns out a Twitter account called blah 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 blah. I don't want to have to read all this stuff again. Alan has 189 subscribers on his YouTube, where he posts guides. Let's go here. They should seem to tweet about the same games around the same time. It will explain how this real insider knew the AC code names. Schreier wrote in a Discord comment he broke the embargo himself. Wow. But people didn't have to speculate for long, though. Allen admitted it shortly after and posted an apology. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Right. So, it's it's almost like oh my goodness. If you're gonna do something like this, make sure you do it the proper way, right? Make sure you're thinking before you do it. Now, that's not like me giving the green light to go ahead and do something that's immoral, but but if you're going to do it, do at least think it out before you push the button or whatever, or you take whatever steps to do it. Just don't do it at all, man, because you got to think about it. When you're under it, you guys know about this. When you're under NDA or there's an embargo, dude, shut up, right? Shut up, because you should already know what the repercussions are, right? You should already know what they are if you violate that NDA or embargo. And again, it's just one of those you know situations where you get caught, or where you push a button and not really paying attention to what you're doing, and then you're like, oh snap, man, how do I fix this, right? I gotta come out and fix this before it gets, the flame gets too high, and then you have like Ubisoft or whatever the company, whoever the company is, they come out and say, hey, we're gonna take you to the cleaners with this. You're not supposed to, share this information with anyone, and here we are. So this is interesting. But let's go back to the chat here, and so we got what we need here. What happened? Um, Savala 420, welcome to the stream. He says non-disclosure agreements are there for a reason. 100% agree. They're there for a reason. And at that given time, you sign that NDA, and that company or developer is putting all their trust in you, allowing you to have the opportunity to grow, right? Allowing you the opportunity um, to 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 be one of those people, right? Because I would love to be affiliated with companies like Ubisoft, especially Capcom, and Square Enix, any of these companies. But at the same to be able to share information, about a specific game when I can, but at the same time, there's an NDA in place. You can't share this information until next week, right? Great. Or you can't share information about, there's an embargo in place. You can't share this information until next week. Great. Fine. Good. Because right then and there, that builds that trust, with with the company and myself, so they can depend on me, and I can continue to receive information about games or whatever the case may be from these companies, and I can be, one of those guys like, hey, Pat's legit, man. He's shared the information, and what nobody knows, at the right time, at the right time when Capcom said that I can share the information. I would love to be a part of that, man. That's awesome. But when you have that opportunity, don't blow it, right? For some subscribers and clout. I mean, I don't understand that, Um, I've never broken one, because there is a certain respect between you and the developer or the company involved. And you know what, 420, I respect that, because because sometimes, when you share information, that you know you're not supposed to disclose, it just kills everything, right? Because what you're creating is a false this false picture of, you know, oh my goodness. Well, even though the information that you do share is true, but you're putting your whole livelihood in jeopardy, and also the relationships that you have, not just with industry, but also with others who, come and watch your content, others who donate to you, to your streams, et cetera, et cetera. That's very tough, man. So you're gonna have to find your way back. So, and I'm rooting for him, right? I am rooting for him. Um, I hope he is genuine with his apology, and I think, well, I if he's genuine with his apology, hopefully he comes back the better person that he claims that he wants to be. So we'll see about that. The thinker says, I even got NDAs with a few of my dude. Wait a minute, is Jeannie on here? Please let me know if Jeannie is watching the stream. I would love it if Jeannie is watching the stream so that she can read what you just posted. Man, that is a whole nother discussion in itself. You are insane. He says, I got NDAs with a few of my ex-girlfriends. Now you may be serious about that, because knowing who you are, you do have a sense of humor, but majority of the time you are serious. I'm like, come on, thinker, are you serious right now? Yes, I'm serious, with a serious face too. Kenzai 12. Hello, man. What's going on? How you been? It's been a minute since I seen you. Welcome to the stream, man. So you already know what it is, what we're talking about here. I just thought, maybe I get on here and share my thoughts and opinions, and also where I stand with this situation. Again, you got to think about it. When you have games like solid. Now, Assassin's Creed. I'm not a big Assassin's Creed fan, right? But when you have games like Silent Hill and also Metal Gear Solid, those two are two of the biggest franchises, in video game history. And as I stated early on in the stream, there are some gamers out there who are very, very passionate about, these types of games. And when you leak out information, or you just give out bad press, or you give out false information, because, correct me if I'm wrong, he did mention that the Silent Hill and the Metal Gear Solid remakes was false information. So this whole time, with all these, leaks that came out about it, because I think I even posted some Silent Hill information on my new Twitter account for some of these like VGC and also The Verge. So I didn't know that this guy was behind, these leaks. And at that time, even with me reading the articles, I kind of, skimmed through, but I thought it would be real interesting to get people's thoughts around it, right? And just to see what you guys think, and like, hey, if it's true. Sometimes I would throw that up there too in my tweets and be like, if this is true, this will be nice. This will be good to go. I would love to have a Silent Hill remake and a Metal Gear Solid remake. And we've been talking about this since when? Since the PlayStation 5 had come out. And man, oh man, it's just, It's been crazy. So for him putting out false information about those two games, I mean, that kind of like, you know, for me, it kind of killed the whole vibe. Like, wow, dude. Um, it's not like I was excited up to hear, but just to hear about the conversation being had around those two games made it that more interesting for me to be like, man, that would be nice for those two games to come back out, on the modern consoles that we have. Um, she's getting me grapes. She's getting you grape. Did she read what you put in the chat? Because I refuse to believe you are serious. Maybe I'm being a little naive, but I refuse to believe that you have NDAs with a few of your exes. You being silly, man. But Kanzai 12, you still in the chat, man. Welcome to the chat, 420, man. Thank you for joining me. Again, I wanted to do this over on the podcast channel, but I'm not ready to show that just yet. Just some things that I have to take care of and get situated. Streamlabs is always have something funky going on with its service, so I have to make sure that is set up appropriately. And also with the podcast service that I'm using, I have to make sure that connects appropriately with Streamlabs. So I may have to look into something else, but I am looking to hopefully do a podcast soon. I definitely want to get that up and running, but I got to make sure that it's good to go before I can do it. And as you guys see, that's right there. It's part of that setup. I just have some other items that I need to put up back there, and just to make that stand out. And you guys don't see my big head, just my big head in the actual camera here. But yeah, man, that's pretty much again where I stand on this whole situation. Good luck to the guy. I hope people don't continue to make statements like, I hate this guy. Don't hate the guy, hate the action, right? But who am I, right? Who am I? To each their own, how they feel about the situation. And again, I don't get it when people say I'm only human, I'm not perfect, to use that to justify their position or their mess ups or their screw ups. It's just own up to your madness, man. Just own up to it and just keep it moving, because once you're honest about something that you did and you screwed up, that goes a long way. Even though it's going to take time for the other parties to trust you again, but it goes a long way. It's not like you're trying to fabricate anything or trying to justify yourself, right? Unless it's valid, okay? Unless you have a valid position to justify, what you did, okay? But again, good luck to this guy. Hopefully, he doesn't decide to do anything else irrational to himself or to anyone else. Like he said, take that time off to reflect and then come back, because I'm pretty sure this was part of his livelihood, and I don't know his situation personally. But when you're talking about losing relationships, I don't know if if the guy's married or not, or if he has a family that where he uses YouTube to provide for his family. That would be a big issue. May have to look for a job, player. But again, man, just be quiet, man. just be quiet. Don't say nothing. Do what you're supposed to do. That's your connection to the industry right there. I mean, some of us were killed to be connected with the industry, to have that luxury, dude. And you go and kill it for yourself. It's insane, man. If you're a known NDA breaker, Survivor 420, shout out. The industry will blacklist you. Oh my. Then he's done. He's done. I mean, there's no way around that, because once you're blacklisted, then everybody else knows. Everybody else knows. So I'm pretty sure everybody, all the other, developers and companies have access to that blacklist, and you're pretty much done. That's it, man. And you ruin it for yourself, right? And I always hope that someone like Capcom or Ubisoft or Square Enix or Sony or Microsoft, Nintendo, ever catch wind of my streams, even though they're not popular at all. Hopefully one day we'll grow into that stat, and they look at us and be like, I like what this guy is doing, and let's see if we could reach out, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe one day, but I don't see it happening. But I got to keep the faith, right? But again, it is what it is, and he just gotta take it for what it is and move forward. He's gotta come back. He's got to come back and keep it moving, right? Even with an apology, especially if they really leak big things. Yes, you did, dude. The Assassin's Creed game. Jeez, dude. Why? Well, again, I'm not a big Assassin's Creed fan, but I will say this again with the Silent Hill and the Metal Gear Solid. Come on, don't do that. I mean, I'll take those two games over Assassin's Creed any day. And I believe, I can speak for some gamers out there, that yes, we'll take Silent Hill. Oh, those gamers who love those two franchises. I'll put it like that. Silent Hill and Metal Gear Solid. Okay. And to be honest, this whole time you're thinking like, poof, man, the possibilities of having those two games on, the PlayStation 5 and Xbox, right? It's crazy. That's crazy. If they could say he needs he said he needs some milk. Hashtag called Johnny Cochran. Man, oh man. Dude. Well, what do you guys think? I mean, if you're in the stream with and you guys know what it is, what you see on the screen here, I can't even talk. The YouTuber who outed himself behind being the insider. And I did get an opportunity to watch some of the content creator streams, and they've spoken, about the insider. And, and again, I paid attention for quite some time in regard to this account. And again, I don't get too deeply involved in that stuff. Whether you are legit or not, that's just who I am. I always stay in the mellow area and just take it for what it is. And what I mean by that is, it could be true or it could be false. We just have to wait and see, if the developer or the company itself comes out and say, hey, this is true. Silent Hills remake is happening. Metal Gear Solid remake is happening. We got you guys. Then that's when I'm like, okay, so this guy or gal is legit. So whatever they've been putting out is legit. So he or she has my respect on that, and just keep it moving. But again, when you have people who are very passionate about this stuff, dude, you just gotta rethink your position on it, man. Like, dude, what are you trying to gain from this? And obviously he says clout, the subscribers, the views, and it's just not good, man. It's not a good look at all. And I'm not saying this, to make it think like I'm an expert at it's just common sense, right? It's just common sense. If you sign an NDA or an embargo, you know the rules already. It's simple. It's good luck to you, brother. Again, for the last time, I don't hate you. I have nothing, negative to hold against you. It's just that you learn from your actions, right? And then you bounce back, right? I forgive you. There's no point in me not forgiving you. I mean, come on, that makes no sense. Okay, I'll take that back, because for some people it takes time to forgive others, right? Not to say that they won't forgive, it just takes some time for those people to forgive something for what someone else has done to them. So my apologies, I take that back. But I can only speak for myself. I forgive you, dude. Just do what you need to do and come back, and hopefully your apology was genuine. Back to the chat. If this was his primary source of income, his apology is even more diluted. Yes. 99.99% agree. I agree. Because, dude, if this was it, and if you lose, I don't know if he lost his YouTube channel or Twitter. I didn't dive deep into it to find out if he did or not. Let me know if he did. Well, you don't have to if you don't want to, but if you know if he did, you can let me know in the chat. But if this is your primary source of income and it's just you, then that could have a huge impact on you, man. If you start to lose subscribers, and those subscribers or even people in general don't watch your content anymore, period. What are you gonna do? So you're gonna have to probably get a real. Well, I'm not saying YouTube is not a real job. It just doesn't have all the extra caveat that comes with it, like an actual job with benefits and stuff like that. But it looks like you may have to get a job, player. Good luck on that. As opposed to supplement income, where he could be like, whatever. Now, if he has a primary source, a primary job, then he should be fine, right? If this is just a supplement, then. But if he dependent on this supplement income to pay bills, and his primary job does not cover all those bills, Okay, let's move on. 420, professionalism. Some people have it and others just do not. A lot of the time, it's not the company themselves that even set this stuff up, but third parties, and they don't vet the people very well. Well. Let me share this with you. And I had a conversation, and thinker. I'm not sure if I had this conversation with you, right? And we boys, right? We're all boys. 420, we boys, right? But you don't know me. You don't know me. No one knows me. I'm only going to share with you what I want to share with you. No one can sit here. I don't know anyone that can sit here truthfully and tell me that they know their spouse 100%. Know their friends 100%. Everything about them. Tell you everything. Everything. What time they go to bed. Everything in detail about them. I don't know anybody that can sit here and tell me. Not saying that there's not people out there like that, that don't know every single thing about another person. But we can be boys, but you don't know me. You don't know me. So I can be the point that I'm trying to make here is that you can hire me, right? But how do you vet me? How do you vet me at all? Period. You have to ask questions. Am I willing to give you the answers to those questions? Maybe. Right? And how deep do you go when you ask those questions? Do you dig deep into my personal life, et cetera, et cetera? Am I going to give you the answers to those questions? Maybe. Who knows? Right? So, but still, at the end of the day, you still don't know me. You only know what I give you. So I could have the perfect resume, and you say, bet. The interview went well, hired. But you don't know about me stealing that $10 from somebody in my past, right? Because that's not, maybe I'm using that one as a bad example, okay? The whole job thing. But let's say as a friend, right? As a friend, we become friends, but you don't know about the $10 that I stole from another friend, right? Back in the day, okay? I'm not going to tell you that I'm a thief, right? I'm not going to tell you that I'm a liar, right? I'm not going to tell you all that stuff. So just like you don't know me, I don't know you. 100%, I don't know you. I'm only going to share with you what I want to share with you. You're going to only share with me what you want to share with me. Period. And then we're going to keep it moving until you commit the act. Once you commit the act, then it goes into question, right? Because I don't know your past. I don't know if you've done this before, right? So how do you vet a person? Really? I don't. I'm trying to make a point here. I'm gonna tell. Okay, we're gonna talk more about this. Let me finish reading here. Or the actual YouTuber has a third party company that reaches out for codes and info, and even press passes. The thinker says, "I got peeps watching you 24/7, 365. Phones." Phones tapped, records, subpoenaed, red dot on your chest. I know. See, let me tell you guys a little bit about the thinker, okay? I would not mess with the thinker. First of all, he's a New Yorker, right? Nothing against New Yorkers. I'm not gonna come on here and be like, I don't like New Yorkers. That's bad press, right? I'm not gonna do that. But he's a New Yorker, and I know how New Yorkers roll, right? Well, most New Yorkers, but I know this guy. I know how he rolls, right? And plus, he has the mafia on his side. So I'm not gonna, pee him off, but I'm not going to share everything about me to him. I'm like, dude, look, how would you guys take this if I told you I'm a liar, I'm a thief? Okay, a liar and a thief. We're going to stop there. If I told you guys I'm a liar and a thief. I'm a liar and a thief. That's honesty for you. Have I stolen something before? Yes. Does that make me a thief? Yes. Have I lied before? Yes. Am I a liar? Yes. Have you ever stole something? Have you ever lied? Have you ever deceived someone? So before someone starts throwing stones, you gotta. Now, if you don't do it anymore, then that means you have, moved the planks from your eyes and threw it out and say, hey, I don't do those things anymore. I've grown up. I'm a human being. I learned from my mistakes. I don't have time for that bad energy anymore, right? I don't have time to lie. I don't have time to steal. I don't have time to be deceptive. I'm a grown man, right? At the end of the day, I'm a grown man. I have a family, to make sure, their upbringing is the right way to be better than me, to do better than me, and to continue to teach them to do the right thing at all times. I cannot sit here and tell my kids not to do these things, and I'm doing it, right? So no one can sit here, not even the Pope himself can sit here and tell me that he's never lied or that he's never stole. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe it, period. There's not one human being on it, unless you live up under a rock, okay? Unless you live up under a rock somewhere where you're not even educated on what a lie is or a thief is, right? Then there you go, right? But there's no one that can sit here and tell me that they never done it, period. So, but other than that, let's get off that. I digressed. But let's get back on topic here. All right, back to the chat, man. I'm glad you guys are still here, man. Make sure if you're new and you're watching me, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please turn on the notification bell. I am trying my best to get down here into the Bat Cave to do more live streams. Again, the podcast is coming. It's coming. That's part of the setup. I still have some more pieces to set up so that we can get that up and running. Okay. So please look out for that, because I definitely want to have you guys on if you would like to be on those podcasts to discuss everything gaming, right? To have those conversations about the state of gaming today, where it's going. How did you come up on gaming? I mean, your upbringing. Where did you start off, with the Atari, the Nintendo? Let's talk about this stuff, man. I love it, and I want to, be a part of you guys' story as we move forward. So, so hopefully we can get the IKEA stuff set up in the back here, and and I fixed the podcast channel. This is my Gamecast channel. So fix the podcast channel to make sure that the platform that I'm using is working properly with Streamlabs. So please show your boy some love. Also follow me out on Twitter at Games Reaction 40, where we just pretty much post everything gaming news. I'll pretty much post my videos out there on Twitter as well. And also we still do giveaways. So keep an eye out on that. Also, we have a giveaway this Friday for Modern Warfare 2 beta for the PS4. Shout out to one of my Twitter followers that provided the code, and thought that I thought that it would be a great idea to give that to someone who has a PS4 and does not have a PS5, but want to jump into the Modern Warfare beta part of it before the game comes out, October 28th. We're also doing 2 other giveaways. One for Plague Innocence. I mean, what's that game? The Plague? I think it's Requiem. I think that's what it's called. And we're also doing a giveaway for Modern Warfare 2 as well. And that's on September 30th. So if you are followed out on Twitter and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, you are automatically entered into those giveaways. So good luck to you all if you are following and subscribe to the channel. All right. I digress again. Let's get back. All right, man. I'm glad you guys are still here. It is 9:23 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're on the West Coast, what up? If you are in the Midwest, what up? North Mountain region, what up? If you're down south, dirty, what up? If you're across seas, what up? Welcome to the stream. If you're watching out there, please show your boy some love. Okay, so back here we have the Thinker. Yep. So I know you got peeps watching me, man. Thinker, you know me, but you don't know me 100%. But I know you, but I don't know you 100%. But we boys. Depends on the industry you're in. That's correct. It depends on the industry you're in. He says, wouldn't believe you. Oh, if I told you I was a liar and a thief? Not at this moment. I'm not a liar and a thief. But back in the past, I would fabricate some stuff. I would. I definitely was, at a young age, I don't have no shame in letting you guys know I've stolen the candy bar from the store. That's back when you're young and stupid, and boy, did my mom, I don't know if you guys got beatings. I ain't talking about spankings. I'm talking about beatings. Until we got to a certain age where my mom used her fists and she was not playing around. Man, that set us straight real quick. But I keep digressing. The Thinker says, my fiance watching YouTube reaction vids. Perfect cover. I'm telling you, the Thinker is in a perfect position right now. He's a New Yorker. I hope you don't mind me sharing that. He's a New Yorker, and he has the mafia on his side. So I can't lie to him. I can't steal from him, right? Dude, I come on. He'll televise my whole freaking. I'm like, man, this is crazy. But nah, that's one guy I'm not going to mess with, right? I'm not saying that I mess with any of you other guys too, but I'm not going to do that, right? All right. No one is a saint. No way. Yes. And that is correct. That is correct. I have yet to met anyone walk on water. And that's something that I would say, right? If someone was to challenge me, I will come back and say, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to fill up the pool, right? If I had one, I'm going to fill up the pool and I want to see you walk on water. Nope, I don't want your feet under the water. I want you to walk on water, period. Because if you can walk on water, you can judge me. Now, I'm not saying that you can't judge me. You know, it is what it is. The facts are the facts, right? As long as you have the facts, you can make a judgment call, right? As long as you have the facts, you know, that's what judges do, right? You know, they pass judgment based on the facts, right? We all make judgment calls every single day, right? All right. 420 says, I could tell you're a good person, family man. Most people are not with their significant other for as long as we have been if they are bad people. I will tell you this. When someone says that I'm a good person, I always have to come back and say, that's based on what I've displayed to you, right? I'm not saying that I'm a bad person. I still have a lot of growing to do. And just like you said earlier, nobody's a saint. You know, as a husband, as a father, as a man, as a person, I still have a lot of learning to do. You know, I still mess up from time to time, right? But I always sit back and try to reflect and observe those things that I've done and say, how could I, done better? Or could I have done this better? Or could I not have done that? Or could I not have said this to this person? There is one piece that I am still holding in. And the only two people on this stream that knows about it is the thinker and myself. And I have yet to respond to that piece. And the thinker, just to let you know what I'm talking about, is somebody that we know that I made some comments to on live stream during the meeting. And I'm still struggling with that, right? To apologize. And what is going, and actually I was in the office last week. I think it was last week or the week before last. And what is going on is still going on with that one individual, because what was shared to me, I did not know Rachel had left. I'm like, why did Rachel leave? And I got the news why Rachel left. Rachel was one of our helicopter inspectors. If you don't know, the thinker, I'm talking to the thinker. And she left. And one of the reasons was because of him, right? But I digress. Let me move. Let me move forward. The thinker says, still waiting on my JK hoodie giveaway. Psych, I'll pay you. No, don't do that. I don't know. Let me see if my wife put it up here. Hold on. All right, if you can see, I have the hoodies right here. Actually, I have two premium hoodies for you, but I haven't made them yet. But I do have them here. So two black. I think you wanted an extra large. Yes, so I have two black extra large hoodies right here. I just got to make them. I just got to, come down and make them. And then I got to figure out how to get those items to you. I may just take a trip to your crib. Nah, it's Baltimore. I think you may have to come here. I'm scared to go down to Baltimore. Um, no one from Kansas is watching you. Stop it. hey. Actually, 420 is from. He's in Kentucky, I think, right? 420's in Kentucky. That's close enough. The thinker, you may know some of my Fopiano family from the East Coast. They own a few buildings out there. Hey, this is a time to establish a relationship right here. Thinker and 420. Here we go. I still have a lot of growing up to do. That boy needs some. I have plenty of milk. I have plenty of milk in the refrigerator. And I'm surprised, people even make that statement. I thought that was going out of style. That boy needs some milk. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I definitely need some milk, man. California man stuck in Kentucky. Yepper. But even so, he is in Kentucky, right? So he's there. He's watching me. I appreciate you guys, man, for taking your time out. And I know it's getting late. Over on this side, I'm not sure who's in the chat that's here with me on the East Coast besides me and the thinker. He says, give me the hoodie when I come on. Give me the hoodie when I come on the podcast. Don't you want to have it when you do come on the podcast so that you're actually wearing it? I can't give it to you on the podcast. So I want to make sure that you have it with you. You have it on, because I know you're probably going to sleep in it and then you'll probably use it to wash your car. Nah, you're not going to do that. It's going to be nice. So, but I got you. I'll make sure, you get it. 2 of them. Hopefully I don't mess up 1. That's the reason why I got 2, just in case. But if I'm able to, get both of them, then I give you 2 designs. I give you the 2 designs. So we should be good. All right, man. So I think we beat this to death. And I gave you guys my thoughts on this and where I stand. I'm pretty sure you guys have your positions where you stand on this. And that's cool. I respect that 100%. Again, I'm rooting for the guy, do what you can and come back. I'm pretty sure you still have some loyal fans out there that will still watch your streams, et cetera, et cetera. Again, hopefully he doesn't do anything irrational outside of YouTube since this is taking place. To me, if it was me, I wouldn't take it to the extreme. Unless I did something crazy, crazy, then, oh no, man. I may have to ask my wife to help me out. And the thinker, you know what I'm talking about. I think we got a katana around here somewhere. 420, put the thinker on 1, his avatar. Put the thinker on 1, his avatar pick. Yeah, I you know what? I do like the avatar pick though. He's got that. He's got that. Sometimes I'm like, man, what are you thinking about, man? Why you always thinking? Every time I see it, he's thinking about something. Good night, man. You know, and hopefully I'll see you on the next stream. 420. You know, again, thank you for coming on. And if there's anyone else watching, thank you for, joining us for this little time to discuss this situation. And I think we're done. Again, before you leave, please subscribe to the channel. I'm not begging you to subscribe, but subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, at Jasmine Karen, and also follow us out on Twitter at Games Reaction 40 for all for gaming news, for whenever we post, and also if I post any videos out there of live gameplay, and also the giveaways. Giveaways is what I think I'm become the giveaway king. I think I'm gonna start staking that claim. I am the giveaway king, right? No, I wouldn't consider somebody like Mr. Beast and none of those guys giveaway kings. No, I am the consistent giveaway king, right? These guys got millions of subscribers where they make bunch of money where they can give away freaking grocery stores. They can give away GameStops. They can give away Sony and Microsoft, right? I don't have that type of, stake, right? So, but again, I love what I do, and and I like giving back to the community. You guys are showing me some love since I first started this whole YouTube channel. Even though I haven't been down here to give you the content that I've been itching to give you the content. It's again, it's a busy life, right? You have your family, then you have your main job. Again, that requires a lot of your attention, and you guys are like my family as well. So it's kind of working out somewhat. I have been getting down here, a lot more often now. And, if we can keep that going, I think everything will work out. And see how it goes from there. I know it's going to take some time to get to a certain status or whatever, but I'm optimistic, and we'll see what happens moving forward. But anyways, you have a good evening. Enjoy yourselves throughout for the rest of the week. I love you guys, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next stream. But before I go, let me read what's in the chat. He said 420 says, "Have a good evening, everyone. Game on, but they only give to people they only give to people." You know what? I was thinking about that too. I did watch a game. What's his name? Mr. Beast. And I did notice that he was only given to, not to say he didn't give to other people, but it seems like he knows these people, right? And some of the people that he do give to is a part of his team. So they go on these like scavenger hunts and hide and seek quests and stuff. Oh, I'm gonna give $10,000 to such and such. I'm like, dude, have you give $10,000 to a random person? He's probably have. I'm not saying that he hasn't, but how often is that though? Because majority of the videos that I watch is mainly stuff given to your friends, like cars. Dude, keep your hands on this car, etc. I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know the full details around that. I'm not calling Mr. Beast out saying that, he's a liar, he's wrong, blah, blah, blah. But based on, what I'm seeing in a lot of the videos that I saw, I see the same people in the video that's going out getting this money or, cars, houses, whatever the case may be. I may be wrong, right? But, he's doing his thing. He's done a lot of great things too, with the whole clean up the trash. Some of these, I forgot what it's called, initiatives that he has started with other people in the industry. He's done great things, and I can't knock him for that. But as far as the giveaways, though, that's, something that I want to continue doing. There's a lot going on in the world today, right? And you just want to, if there's any way I can put a smile on someone's face, that's what I want to do, right? Excuse me, I'm so sorry. One thing that I'm not going to do is use God as a scapegoat, right? I'm not calling nobody out. I'm not using God as a scapegoat for me starting this channel, because God has nothing to do with this. God is in a higher power state than what I'm doing here. I would thank God for me being able to be here, to be alive, to be able to, walk the path that God wants me to walk, be able to help others in any way that I can, and put a smile on people's faces. Just do the right thing. Love everybody and just do the right thing. That's it. Okay? I'm not going to thank God for a car. I'm not going to thank God for a house. I'm not going to thank God for a computer. Why? Because I don't think God is materialistic. It's clear on what God wants us as a people to do, right? If you believe in God, is to love one another and take care of one another, right? Be good. Simple, right? I'm just going to leave it at that. That's just my stance on that. But I love you guys, and I'll see you guys, hopefully to see you guys in the next video. Hopefully the next video we do is our first podcast. Again, we're going to have some more setup here so that we can bring the whole podcast to life. And also, I'm going to be working on the podcast channel to make sure that, that's up and running and good to go. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Take care of your friends. Just love everybody. Stay positive. Stay away from the negative. I know it's out of my control. You do what you want to do. The negative can be appealing to a lot of people. People love drama. That's what it's about. I pass no judgment on that. But anyways, we're going to stay gaming and keep it moving. Love you guys. Peace. One. I'll check you in the next video.